All right, Auburn, Ole Miss. As we go back to the SEC here, Ole Miss, 16-point home favorites, 54.5 being the total in this game. Obviously, this is a game that the Ole Miss should be able to take care of business. Win. Covering is the question, of course, in this game. Look, they struggled early with Vanderbilt. It was a rough start, but then they turned it up, turned it on. The defense woke up, and the offense just moved the ball at will against Vanderbilt, 52 points in that game. Jackson Dart's really starting to improve. I mean, a sluggish start to the year, kind of up and down against Kentucky, even though they gutted out the win. But, boy, he put it together against Vanderbilt last week. It's starting to get better. The completion rate, the accuracy is starting to improve. No doubt about that. And now they're facing an Auburn team that just got waxed by Georgia, unsurprisingly, 42-10 in that game. It's been a tough year for the Auburn Tigers, 3-3, but very fortunate, in my opinion, to be 3-3. They're trying to get used to Robbie Ashford at the quarterback position, who clearly struggled against Georgia, 13 of 38, 165 passing yards. I think he's going to struggle here too. When Ole Miss defense is focused, I don't think they were focused against Vanderbilt early. They were kind of sleepwalking. And then when they needed to turn it up, that defense, Conor, they did. And in the second half, Vanderbilt got pretty much shut down. So I still think there's a really good Ole Miss defense, maybe the best that Lane Kiffin has had. And I think it's going to be tough for Auburn to move that football here against Ole Miss in this game. So right now, and look, the worst part of Auburn's defense is the run. They've struggled to stop it. And Ole Miss is really a run-heavy, up-tempo offense. They're a run-oriented spread under Lane Kiffin. 242 rushing yards per game, 7th in the country. So I think it's a good matchup for Ole Miss. I could only lay the points with them. I guess if you want to have one issue that you're concerned about, it's, this spot, because for Ole Miss, they've got LSU, A&M, Alabama, all three of those games coming up after this home game against Auburn. Do they have their eyes on the prize? Do they have full focus on this game against Auburn? If they do, I think they'll roll. What do you think here, Conor?
Yeah, I think they do too. I mean, this is a big number. I don't know, maybe the late 90s, early 2000s, Ole Miss favor this much against Auburn. Auburn just isn't good offensively, like you talked about. They can't move the ball at all. 14 point, up now 15's a lot. What I was narrowing in on this, because Ole Miss has been a great under team for me. And the way Auburn can't really score, their defense is still all right. They gave up 42. I think the defense can do some stuff. Does Ole Miss still get, 30 maybe? But I don't know if they get, 13, 17. So I really like this under in this spot.